What we had was special, but okay, we're not parting ways, but still. Why did that sound like a breakup? Hearing anything right now, I apologize. Also, I don't have my mic on, so you probably can't hear me anyway. Damn it, Steam, stop it. Just need to do one more thing, and I'll be back in the gym. Yeah, like diffuse peanut butter. Alright, time to start. You know, no matter how much time goes by, the music for this game is just beautiful. Hello, hello. Whether you're watching the, I can't remember anything today, I guess. I forgot what I was trying to say, but, you know, whether you're watching replay, that's what it is. Okay, yeah. Whether you're watching the replay, or you're watching right now, welcome! This is Amiyaku MB. MB stands for Mobile Gaming. And, yeah. we're gonna play more Long Live the Queen today. I'm just gonna show off one walkthrough today. It will be a fun walkthrough, a very fun one. We will probably pass away a few times in this one. We might not make it to coronation a few times. Like, we might be... Not might be. We're gonna be quite a bit evil. We're gonna execute people. We're gonna do some things. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna start the game. Yeah. Last time I showed off the earthquake, and, you know, just another, thing in this, Long Live the Queen universe where lumens, like magical users, basically, they're basically cursed. I guess not cursed, but, you know, their powers can be very useful, but also very dangerous for everyone involved. I mean, the earthquake not only took out Togami and his men, but it also just did irreparable repair to the Kingdom of Nova, and, people didn't really like us after that. So, yeah. Wonder how, we're gonna do this time, considering that we're going to be evil. So, yeah, let's start. We pretty much, saw this part. If you haven't seen my other playthroughs, that's okay. I'll be explaining stuff as we go. I won't be reading too much unless it's like a new scene. I watched Anna Mardol's playthrough of this game, so you know, every time she starts, she'll say like, you know, this is Jocelyn, he's useless, and yes, she is quite right about that. So, yeah, this is Jocelyn, he is quite useless, yeah. And this is Elodie, the poor 14-year-old girl who is going to have to take over because her mother passed away. Her mother was Fidelia, she was the queen of Nova, but you know, now that she's passed, we have to be queen now, so, you know, we have to spend this whole year keeping her alive until her coronation. You basically become an adult in this world when you're 15, so, yeah. Jocelyn reassures us, we have teachers and stuff, yep. And I've played this before, I've also explained this stuff before, but, you know, she has a lot of skills that you have to learn, and it also depends on her mood. As you can see, there's like a +1 modifier to like animal handling because she's quite depressed right now. I mean, her mother just passed away, so, yeah. Not a funny situation, but, you know, some things just happen in life, you know. There's also a +1 to expression as well, and for this game in particular, it's pretty important to have notes, and to save a lot, so that's what I'm going to do. I guess I'll do this one. Evil Queen 1. So for classes, I think I'm going to go into... Oh, right, I need to... Yeah, so she's very, very depressed right now, and we need to get that up, or, you know, something. It just depends on what my notes are telling me. So, horses and horses right now is what it's telling me right now. Yep. And it tells you some little tidbits as you take the classes, and she levels up a little bit. Oh, it's my cousin and my aunt and uncle! Yeah, they arrived. Yeah. We're gonna play with our toys, though. Not a very good thing to do when you're royalty and there are visitors, but just following my notes. It's very important to have notes for this game, and you know, if you don't want notes, that's fine too, but just make sure to save early, save often. One of my teachers in high school always said that, like, save early, save often, and you know, she always meant, like, save early, save often with your work, but, you know, anything in life that you could save, you might as well save early, save often, you know? So for week 2, she is afraid right now. Yeah. But we're going to learn accounting, and there will be a reason for that pretty soon. Where's accounting again? Oh, economic stuff. Whoopsie. Learned mathematics. And Juliana is here, that fucking bitch. Anyway, I did not say that. I very much did say it. I just don't like Juliana. I just don't. Let's just say she's very irresponsible. So yeah, she's a lumen, so a magic user, and she can teach us magic too, but as much as I want to send her away rather than ever let her stay, gotta arrest her for the lulz. I ought to have you executed. I wish you could just execute her. Guards, arrest her. Throw her into the castle dungeon, and let her rot. And Jocelyn's happy with this, being like, yeah, she won't be a problem anymore. Facts, Jocelyn. I think she will be our teacher though, which, okay, but yeah, gonna play with our toys again. We're not gonna see Charlotte this time. And I think this is the earliest we can get our main mood as yielding. Because she always starts off as depressed. So, you know, do the exact same things I just did, and you can get up to yielding and learn, like, composure and, you know, royal demeanor. Because, you know, if you want to get through the game, pretty much royal demeanor and conversation will get you through the game. I think, like, maybe lore as well. You need a little bit of that, but yeah. If you want to at least get through most of the game and be kind of fine and kind of have a decent ending, royal demeanor is where it's at. It's just so hard to do it because, you know, it's hard for her to be yielding, especially at the beginning of the game. And unless she is yielding, there's like no other bonuses for royal demeanor. So we're gonna learn composure and foreign affairs. My notes say foreign affairs, really? Yeah, they say foreign affairs. And then we're in the gardens. When we get suddenly attacked by a snake, we don't have the reflexes, so we get bitten. And when it looks like we're about to be unalived, Charlotte saves us. Yeah, so we know she has healing powers now, which is very important. Especially for this run, because there is a hidden stat called cruelty, and there is something we can do with Charlotte if our cruelty is high enough. But I will show that off later on in the playthrough, so yeah. Her mother freaks out, acts like she doesn't know what's going on, sort of blames us, and then it's just like, nope, let's pack our shit and leave. She's actually the one who brought the damn snake, but yeah. Okay, let's go to the dungeons, talk to Juliana. Fine, let's hear you out. Let's set this bitch free. I'll try not to call her that anymore in this playthrough, but... well... we'll learn accounting this time, because she's afraid again. It is pretty hard to regulate, Elodie's mood. But you know, try to do the best you can. We'll visit Julian, I guess. She'll wave around her crystal and basically tell us that we need it. So yeah, we're gonna need our crystal in order to actually learn any Lumen abilities. It's this whole thing. You either should have enough composure or have enough economics. The economics route is a lot easier, because you don't have to really keep regulating Elodie's mood in order to get the modifier for royal demeanor in order for you to actually get your composure and presence and everything up. But with accounting, you don't really have to do that. It's just, you don't really need accounting for anything else in the game, so it's kind of useless. Other than this, I think it does help you with poisons, but, you know, there are a lot of other useful skills that can help with that. And then there's also the, taxes, because I think they changed it to where you either increase taxes or you lower them. And I think you can only say that you can only, like, keep them the same now if you, like, know enough accounting. So, yeah. That sucks. Week 5. Train production. Yeah. And also an annoying thing about this is, train production like this. You can only get, like, one of the skills up to 50 before you have to get at least, like, before you have to get the rest of the skills up to 25. So yeah, if I took another accounting, I could only go up like 8 points, which is kind of a waste. Considering that with our plus modifier, we get 12. There's also this nice thing where, you know, we can also get extra points depending on if we learn any of the classes in that category. So there's also that too. And we don't know anything, so we just put on a man's gift, essentially. That's a good idea. Totally. But yeah, now we need to talk to our father. He refuses to tell us where our crystal is. And yeah, we need to go back to Juliana. So yeah, more production and trade. But whoops, going. I should go and say hello. Oh, that's right, I don't think we've seen this. Well, you notice that seated beside her is a woman in the robes of a priestess. They're very close together, their hands gently touching as they speak. Ooh, looks like she's busy. You turn and walk in different... Yeah, so Juliana is also gay. She is dating another priestess. If I had waited enough time, like, just kept Juliana in the dungeon and not talked to her at all. Wait, 1 second. Sorry. But yeah, a few weeks later, basically her girlfriend comes up to you and it's just like, hey, Hey, could you set Juliana free? She needs to teach you magic. You need it to save your kingdom. But yeah, at that moment you know something unusual. It looks like someone just left the palace grounds by going over the hedge. A hedge was that a psychic called a guard, which will make us angry, but I think we're gonna run and hide for this one. Yeah, run and hide. You rush back to the safety of your stone tower, better safe than sorry. Yeah. And we're going to go back to Juliana. She convinces us that we really need her crystal. I was going to... Yeah, last time I was going to do the what drastic action. And if you wait long enough, or if you know, she'll ask again. And then you can be like, you know, okay, blow up the castle grounds, basically. Like, blow up the treasury to get the crystal. But I wasn't actually able to trigger it. And I think I found out that you actually need Celine as your teacher. In order for it to be unlocked. So, that sucks. But actually, for this time, I need to... Wait a minute. That's weird. It says what? Majestic action. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Try to reach the crystal. If you can't, come and talk to me again. Okay, yeah. I think I found out that it only works with Celine, but I don't really know. And we got a cute little outfit for her. A nice little tuxedo. I could try this one more time, but... Okay, yeah, it says change outfit to tuxedo. So we're gonna need accounting and foreign affairs. Our of linen. We don't have any elegance or court manners or reflexes. We are going to do a cruelty run, so we'll have no choice but to punish her. Now let's go to the treasury. Oh, we're actually able to get it. Let's try that again, though. For our classes this time, we can do some more foreign affairs, actually. We're going to punish her. How dare you? What do you think you're doing? I'll have you flogged for this. Yes, my lady. It fails. And now meditation and divination this time. He wishes crowdfunding for projects. Oh, this is for the books. I do want to invest, of course. You'd be happy to invest in your venture. And yeah, I'm supposed to go back to Juliana and it's not coming up at all, so I guess I'll go to dungeons this time and just... yeah. Yeah, these notes that I have are outdated, I think, a little bit. That's okay, though. I'm just gonna have to, like, do accounting and then foreign affairs. Punish Ellis again. Go to the treasury. You overwhelm the guards with facts and figures, explaining that you need treasury access to address the royal budget, which may affect their pay packets as well as the taxes assessed on their friends and family. They stand aside. And you have your crystal. What was originally supposed to happen is, I guess in this playthrough now, that if I had Celine, so... I guess if I had sent Juliana away, and after a bit I got Celine as my teacher, and just did all the scenes with Celine with that, then she'll be the one taking drastic action. But there were other versions of the game where you could simply just, you know, ask Juliana, like, what drastic action. You go to the treasury, you get rejected from entering, and then you just go back to Juliana and be like, okay, do it, blow up the treasury. Which, you don't know that she's going to do that, but, you know, you do give her the go-ahead. So, just another reason why I don't like, Juliana. I don't like her at all. But, you know. Meditation and... well, I guess... no, this is week 8. That's right. We're gonna need meditation and divination. Yeah, divination. Hey Yanko, what's up? It's Long Live the Queen. Pretty much a game about you controlling a 14-year-old girl. Her mother just passed away, she was the Queen of Nova, and now we have to take over now, pretty much. And she can only take over when she's 15, and she's 14 now, so we have to spend this year basically preparing her for the throne. And keeping her alive, because there are quite a few people who want, you know, want her to pass away, sadly. And now he wishes crown funding. Well, isn't that to see us wishes crown funding? He wants to make books, so we're going to invest in that. We can go back to Juliana now, since we have our crystal. And now we can use magic. Pick up the crystal with your bare hands. Press it against your chest, over your heart, and say, illuminate. Do it. Okay, here we go. Illuminate. That's our beautiful crystal. You feel dizzy and both larger and lighter than you were before. The crystal has disappeared from view, but you know where it is. Wow. The priestess here is a friend of mine. Juliana. But I will come to your lessons in the faith and train you to use your powers. She is not a fucking friend. She is not a friend. She is more than a friend to you. Goodness. Okay, so meditation and wield magic. So yeah, now we can use magic. Yeah. It does take a lot of steps in order to even learn magic, but it just makes things a lot easier in the game. Helps you get rid of the main threat that you have in the game as well. We don't get any bonuses this time. I think the only bonus you can get is if you're wielding, and what hurts is yielding. So it's the exact opposite of the royal demeanor. And there's Banyan, this creepy little motherfucker. Let's just say he's a snake. He'll do anything to get ahead, and it seems like we know at least some of what's going on. So that's good, you know? Let's sneak out. Because we have to be willful. We're still not willful, which sucks, but that's fine. So we have resist magic and sense magic. But before we do that, let me save. Here. We don't need that one anymore. And we're about to make a lot of people mad, particularly Banyan, so, yeah. A representative from Ixion is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over with. And that's Bryn. These guys are basically, I think they're both 33. They're in their 30s, but you can marry them, so yeah. A lot of the bachelors and bachelorettes you can be with in this game are much older than her. There's like one about the same age as her, but then there's also one that's a bit younger than her as well. So yeah, Your Royal Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I am sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones, no? We will forget about your unprovoked attacks on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. And we know enough to know what's going on. It was the Duchess of Hellas who tried to take over part of Ixion's territory, without the support of my mother, the Queen. So it's basically all her fault. We can be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. And I think the foreign affairs and intelligence are to just remind him how much a war would cost. I'm not too sure. So we'll offer to punish the Duchess of Hellas. We appreciate that you feel wronged. One of our subjects attempted to instigate a rebellion in your territory. However, she did not have our approval for these attacks. If you withdraw your troops, we will punish her. Your Highness! Shut up, Bryn. This is the fair solution. You have no right to invade us because of her actions. What manner of punishment are you considering? So we could make her a commoner, which is amazing. We could command her to marry an Ixionite, which I think is the most appropriate one. Yes, Banyan and Bryn won't really like you, especially Banyan. He will be quite salty about that. I mean, just the mere act of punishing his sister is gonna be bad, but we're gonna be evil and a whole menace, so we're gonna execute her. For her disobedience, she will be executed. Hey Blade, what's up? We're just gonna execute some people now. What? What do you mean, what? Your Highness, I must protest. No one crosses me and lives. Not Hellas and not Ixion. Remember that. Very well. We will accept this apology. Sometimes there will be internal affairs and other skill tests, but yeah, we don't have enough right now to see those. You can't be serious. Out. It's like, girl, you brought this on yourself. How about you don't be power hungry? How about that, girl? Goodness. We're gonna visit the treasury now. Just to get our willful up. You have 9,122 gold lassie and 37 silver lassie. Which we could have paid Ixion, but that would have cost quite a bit of our funds. I think it cost like 5,000. So yeah, we got to keep our money and we punished the person who deserved all of that. But for now, we have to do wield and sense magic. There approach to the Keaton. Okay, this is a Keaton one. Basically a big old monster. We just let it eat people. He's just telling us that there's a big old monster. In our backyard, basically. But we can't do anything but just let it eat people, and then he's like, well, everyone gets unalived in the end, which, thanks, Jocelyn. I'm sure you didn't disrespect your wife by saying that, but, we're also going to attend court this time? And now we're afraid, so we're going to switch to faith and learn a bit of lore. Yeah, okay. Divination and lore. Falling in Kainu's absolute justice. Yeah. We're gonna be doing a little bit worse than a Kainu. That's for sure. We're gonna be like Emu up in here. We're gonna basically every option, if there's an execute button, we're gonna press it. Hello! So a few weeks ago, he actually gave us a gift. And we didn't have the court manners to know just to not wear the gift, so we have it on, and he thinks that we're, engaged to him now. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah, he asked for our official engagement, so we're going to accept this offer. And that's when our dad Jocelyn comes in. Elodie! Okay, Dad, where were you the weeks when we were wearing another man's necklace? But alright. Your Grace, are you not aware that my daughter has only 14 summers? Bro. Like, we get it, you're trying to protect me, but come on, man. You didn't say that when I wore another man's necklace. A betrothal only, of course. There's no need for hurry. You have your coronation to plan for, after all. But he can be useful in some ways. Since we did decide to be betrothed to him. And Jocelyn has nothing else to say. Really, what else does he have to say? He kind of brought this on himself a little bit. For one, not raising Elodie good enough, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna visit the treasury again. We're gonna be nice and willful again. Learn some resist magic this week. Resist and resist. Bonus afraid is crazy. Yeah, I mean, every option we have to make people pass away, we're gonna take that option pretty much. But yeah, you can get bonuses in this game. If she's afraid, you get a bonus. If she's willful, you get a bonus. If she's yielding. If she's depressed, which she always starts out as depressed because her mom just passed away. She could be pressured, she could be cheerful. She could be normal, and that doesn't do anything. No penalties, no bonuses. So yeah. Let's go back to classes then. Resist. So, we're just gonna learn some more magic. Learn how to resist spells and I guess make a shield too. You gain innate resistance to light and dark. You can now see the blackest caves or stare into the sun without going blind. That's a pretty nice power. You know, if you can use magic. You learn to consciously project a magical shield around their body, blocking intrusion, a powerful technique, but you can't keep it up for long. So I'm requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. And here's Kevin. You can also marry him, but he's got some things going on. And you need to learn about that before you try and marry him. Yeah, I'm not lying about the title at all. Just we gonna be a menace up in here. Your Highness, this Slayturn, dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. What sister? And they have quite a large family. Coruscanti, the Duchess of Mead, also, your lover, I think? Man, I hate Kevin's face. On to the next one. I know, right? I don't really like his face either. He's just always angry. Is she alright? Okay, we don't have any Novan history to know what's going on. She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's just as it is. The devils killed me brother and broke me mam's heart. Lied to her they did. When she went to see why he'd not come back, said he'd gone for a soldier, when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. I don't think we've ever had the internal affairs to actually know what's going on. Basically, she got the wrong person. Like, the person who she was supposed to go after has long since passed away. But, you know, this is a Menace run, we don't really care about all that, so I think we're gonna just execute her. Yeah, we're just gonna execute her. Yeah, that's what my notes say. As she is clearly guilty, her life is forfeit. She will be hanged in public as a deterrent to other criminals. You'll not have me. Yeah, I think regardless of what you choose to imprison her or, execute her, she'll try and fight you off, but, you know, all of a sudden she breaks loose from the guards and rushes at you. In your court dress, you are unarmed, you grope for a weapon and find only a heavy golden ornament, which you hurl in her direction. It misses since we don't have any archery, but that's fine. Before you have a chance to do anything else, your personal guards step into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Her lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Get that out of here. Put it on display so that everyone sees what happens to criminals. So, yeah. We're gonna explore the castle. Imagine bleeding on a red carpet, poor soul. Yeah, that's true. Like, that's one of the last things I want to do. It's like, don't have my blood on a red carpet, man. That's crazy. And we have a new outfit. The magical girl outfit. Doesn't it look cute? I think it will throw off some things if I have it on though, so I'll just keep on my tuxedo outfit. Tuxedo mask outfit. All she needs is a cape and a rose, I think. She'd make a great tuxedo mask, but classes, sense magic. I haven't been saving too much either, which is kind of bad. I am going to get a game over soon, potentially. Sense and sense. And now, as you can see, we got a bonus. Since we're willful, you see a flying owl overhead, a single dry leaf flutters in its talons. We don't have enough divination, but it's basically telling us that someone is about to pass away. And if we get this, we'll be able to talk to an extra person at the gala. That's pretty much all that it does. And we have another crowdfunding project. This is for a hospital. Unfortunately, we don't have any experience with that, so putting all the 6 people together wouldn't that make them die even faster? Yeah, and we just refuse. We need Nami's drip. That's the one from the thumbnail? Yeah. It's the one from the thumbnail and then the very beginning of the game that you see in the title. Some people don't really like that outfit, but I really do like it. I always loved magical girl outfits, they look so cute. And while it is pretty revealing for a 14-year-old, I mean, I'd say Usagi's is revealing too, so, I mean, We're gonna visit the tomb. We pay respects to your mother's tomb and wonder if the same fate is waiting for you. Hopefully not. But you know, the way we're going, it probably will. So, I sense resist. And we learned a lot. Remember that the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. This is the first time we can get an assassin if we ticked off anyone, which we have. We have ticked off Banyan. We can also tick off our Aunt Lucille. I don't remember what. I think we needed some like poison skill to try to send a letter asking about like more information about that sort of thing, but you know, no, that's right. I think we need like conversation or something for that. There's something that triggers it to where we try to send our cousin like letters asking more about her like lumen powers, because she did heal us and save her life, but yeah. But anyway, yeah. Lucille finds the letter, gets scared, and sends an assassin this time too, but we're not gonna have that because we didn't send any letters. But yeah, we did tick off Banyan, so he's gonna send some. Grand ball, there will be dancing as Queenie will be expected to lead the procession and give a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required and it may not be safe to expose you to the public. Outside the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now, decide later. Will the Duke of Sednep attend the gala? Oh! I don't think I've ever gotten that scene before. Yeah, I've seen playthroughs of you accepting the proposal, and she never even addresses him during this. It is a traditional Novan event. Inviting your fiancé might be seen as a statement. You know... Oh, okay. My notes are saying don't invite him. I think, because we're about to do a vote of no confidence. That's for the gala. So I think if we do invite him, since we are betrothed, he will side with us, but we actually want to lose this time, so maybe some other time. From the factory for books that you funded, we have assembled enough equipment to begin pamphlets, assign the content of the first printing. So we could do poems praising my mother, religious doctrine, or pro-lumen propaganda, which we're kind of an emo lumen in this playthrough. If you do want the pro-lumen thing, this will help with that. But religious doctrine will be good, I think. Especially the good lady. Temples will be pleased by your plenty. There's a letter for you as well. And here's from Branny. She's a couple years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. There's some family stuff going on, which is why she's being left at school so much, but you know. Apparently your Uncle Kevin has been acting strangely lately and shouting at shadows. Yeah, Kevin's also got some things going on. He's not very happy with us considering, well actually he's pretty happy with us. We did try and execute the woman, so, you know. she's bored and looking for an adventure, well, I don't have any to suggest to her. But yeah. That's right, I think we have another chance to save. So that's good. Because we're about to get one of our game overs. Go to court. Gonna do 5. A lot of ways to save. Because you want to save a lot for this game. There's a lot to see in this game. So lore and lore? Okay. One second. I don't get that at all. What the hell? Are you having light snacks? No, I was having some chocolate actually. I just had a craving for it, so I had like a spoonful of it. I also just got shocked too. Seems there's just a lot of static now, especially in the winter. You'd think with all the times that I'm on my like computer and other stuff, you'd think it wouldn't happen, but it still does, so that sucks. Oh Lord, more. Yeah, you're ready for your first game over, Elodie? Well, I hope you are. I thought you had Big Mac as light snacks. I don't really like Big Macs like that. I don't know. I think I've only had one once. Speaking of which, we are gonna order for Christmas and possibly even New Year's, so that's exciting. We're gonna get breakfast from like 2 places, I think, so far. And then dinner from somewhere else too. So, time for a game over. Will you be leading the parade? Have any concerns about your safety? Please stay here. People will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery. I will lead the parade because we can't make a speech at all. I am not afraid. I'm going to be the best parade leader ever, my little girl. Your best gown for the occasion. You walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a steady glowing scepter that's taller than you are. You don't have any decoration. Your approval is going to get pretty low, considering that we did try and execute the woman instead of hearing her side of things, but, you know. Screw commoners, damn it. They suck. It's 3:17. Here, man, I messed up. Dang, Blade. You need to get some sleep. Unless you can't go to sleep right now. Which, I feel like that sometimes. Procession read, groups should return to the castle. Oh! I was about to say. As you walk, all of a sudden, a man in black leaps out of the crowd, heading straight for you, and he's holding a sword. The last thing you see are his cold blue eyes staring into yours as his blade drives into your chest. See you, Blade. Have a good night's sleep. And our first unalivement of this stream. That assassin is the worst. You need really high reflexes and swords and stuff, and yeah. You don't want to tick anyone off at the beginning of the game. Pretty much. But that's why we're going to not do that. We're just not gonna go this time. See you, Blade. Long, long ago, the continent of Borealis was ruled over by a single Witch King, until a rival line of Lumens challenged him for the throne. The resulting war went on for 100 years with powerful spells that damaged the land so badly that even now, no plants will grow. Yeah. It just shows again how magic can be useful, but also just... It destroys the planet even, and makes things uninhabitable. So, we will not be going. No, I guess I'd rather stay here. Yeah. So the assassin won't try and go in, like, go through the castle grounds or anything and come to us and unalive us. He'll just be, you know, out in the procession waiting for us, but, you know, he'll have to come empty-handed. You watch the procession from your tower window, feeling safe but lonely. Suddenly you hear someone moving around inside your room. You turn in surprise, but it's only a maid. It's only Alice, who is actually 18. Family owns a bakery in town, has 2 brothers. It doesn't say on here, but I think you can marry one of her brothers too. Because I think if you do try to woo that person too, like, he's also a commoner and he also has, you know, his family also runs a bakery, so I don't know why they don't write that connection like with other folks. But yeah. My lady, what are you? Should you not be in the procession? It's a major ritual, but there are other ways to celebrate. We could confess our fears, we could make a religious excuse, or we could just yell at her because, well, it's none of her business, honestly. So yeah, we could, let's just straight up yell at her. It's none of your business. Why are you in here anyway? Are you trying to steal something from my room? No, my lady. Then get out. Yes, my lady. Don't worry, Alice likes a little bit of pain, a little bit of yelling, it's okay. But no, you can be an evil queen and get with Alice. I don't know why the game wanted that for Alice, especially, but alright, you know? Some people are just suckers for pain, I guess. just, hey. I can't judge that, I guess. And now we're yielding again. So, since we've seen everything we need to see for... Oh wait, cancel? That's just a log, so if you ever want to do any of these playthroughs, you know, I can just download the log, see what classes I did, and yeah. But yeah, we've seen the Festival of the Good Lady, so so lore and composure, I think. Oh, we already did that. I think we did. Oh, that's for week 16. Okay, yeah, we already saved it. What am I doing? Okay. Lore and composure, then. World demeanor really is the most important skill to learn, especially for when we learn a whole bunch of stuff. But, you know, everyone needs something to just get through the game and you don't know anything about the game. Royal demeanor is where it's at, for the most part. You do need some other skills too, but yeah. Are you ready for the Royal Ball? Yeah. And this Royal Ball is pretty important because it could increase or just straight up tank your noble approval. So there's common approval and there's noble approval. And yeah, my noble approval just tanked a lot because we don't have any of the skills that we just failed. So seeing yourself reflected in so many eyes makes you want to run away and hide. Luckily, the game is pretty forgiving with that. Like, as long as we had one of them, it kinda didn't matter which one we had. As long as we passed one of them, it increases our noble approval. And it also disrupts our mood as well, but that's fine, you know. So we have to choose our partner. We didn't actually invite him. We did have the option to, but we need to dance with someone. That doesn't bar you from dancing. So our proposal doesn't stop us from dancing at all. There is something that I do want to try. So we're about to do the vote of no confidence, and we're supposedly going to lose, but I'm going to dance with suitors. Someone already married. So we pick Aaron, the Earl of Istar. He's old enough to be your grandfather, and his wife is right there with him. So a very safe option. We don't have any dancing, so we're basically embarrass ourselves. Oh crap. Fuck. We'll challenge him to a duel this time, but basically Banyan is not happy with us considering that we punished his sister. I will come back to exact. You pull off one of your long white gloves and hurl it to the ground at Banyan's feet. I demand satisfaction. What a good idea we're doing. We're gonna have a duel with someone who has skill in swords or any sort of weapons, and we've never been trained in it. So, yeah. Witness, that Her Highness is too unstable and too immature to sit the throne. For the safety of our domain, I will accept. The floor is cleared and both of you change into more appropriate attire. As challenged party, Banyan has a choice of weapons. He chooses swords. Die! You charge in, swinging your blade wildly, trusting that he would not dare seriously attempt to harm a young woman of royal blood in of so many witnesses. Oh, you poor little sweet summer child! Unfortunately, you are fatally incorrect. The last thing you see is the expression on Banyan's face. He seemed almost regretful. You wonder why. But you don't wonder for long. Oh, we also get an... Okay, so you can get a sword to the back if you do the assassination attempt at the Festival of the Good Lady, or here at the gala, and you challenge him to a duel if he insults you. So, yeah. Yeah, that's terrible. Oh my goodness. But Lauren composure again. To get another bad ending, pretty much. So dance with suitors. Someone already married again. We're gonna embarrass ourselves by God damn it! Okay. Actually, order his execution. I don't have to listen to this. Guards, off with his head. Do you see? Impulsive, violent, and chaotic. Is this really what we want in our leader? Guards, I said arrest him. So, Banyan talks crap about us. We are not dealing with that, and we order his execution, but people are a little bit confused now. A guard steps hesitantly towards the Duke of Marie, but the other nobles join ranks around him. Traitors! Listen well, all of you. I respect our royal line. I make allowances for the princess's youth and recent tragedy, the passing of her mom. But in these troubled times, we require strong leadership. Not a girl who tries to hurt everybody, or execute everybody, of course. So there's also that. Don't worry, I'll be replaying this, because we're about to do a vote of no confidence, so we're going to lose this time, hopefully. In light of her experience, I move that the princess be married to the strongest available candidate. I see, that's a little bit sus, don't you think, Banyan? That man will then hold the throne as King Regent to protect our princess and our domain. As the sole eligible Duke in Nova, that duty would fall to me. You little mother. Yeah, he's trying to take our crown. I'm already engaged to the Duke of Sedna. Engagements can be broken. So you admit you're just trying to take power for yourself. There is no other choice. The Duke of Sedna is a foreigner. It would be inconceivable to give him full control here. You clearly could not wed your own father or uncle. Young Elat is still a child, and the Duke of Kegel is happily married. For the stability of Nova, I am the only candidate. No, you ain't, my Nick. You know what? By right of blood, Elodie is your queen. Elodie would retain her title, and her children would inherit, but we cannot afford an incompetent queen. I am not incompetent. It would seem that no one is listening to you anymore. I call for voting among the Duchess and Duchesses of Nova. Do you leave our fates in the hands of a child, or do we take action? The vote to Marie is for change. Of course, Caloris, our dad, stands for us. She is my sister's child. And I, her stated heir, I cannot vote, I abstain, which, that sucks. Lauren is the father of our cousin, and also wife of Lucille, who is trying to unalive us, but, you know, it's also related to Charlotte, so. And his sister is our mother, so it sucks that he abstains. I guess he just figures, you know, he's a little bit too biased in this, so he doesn't stand with anyone. Mazomba stands with the queen. He's my uncle, so that makes sense. He's actually also single. Ursul stands with queen. The only time Juliana doesn't stand with the queen is if you refuse to use her crystal. So we haven't actually used our magic just yet. So we could have easily just not learned any Lumen and just stayed a regular human. Like, we refused our crystal outright, we refused to get it. And Juliana would stand with Banyan and not us. So just another reason why I don't like her. Hegel votes for change. First vote for change. While he does have a lot of sons, we never actually chose to dance with any of his sons, so, you know, that sucks. And there's also the thing with the Reese, which is his mother-in-law. Reese does not like us. Sudbury stands for change. Leaky. We don't really know most of these people, but, you know. So Gwinnell, we can go to her party. As you can see, she's 14, she's about to be 15. And she does have a son that we could actually get with, but he's only 8. Her and Gwinnell do have a conversation, about the importance of sort of having a parental figure or like an older figure around, just to make sure everything is going the way it should. So I think that has something to do with her standing for change and being against us. This process is distasteful, I disdain. Coruscandi, even though we helped out her brother, she's related to Reese, which, you know, that's her mom. Her brother's Kevin, Ignatius. Well, her daughter is Brainy, and we do talk to Brainy a lot, but, you know, even though she'd probably be on neutral grounds, I guess, that's why she abstains, but she does say, like, this process is distasteful, so, yeah. And Reese herself, I have probably said in the past that she's basically a boomer, which she kind of is. In some ways she is basically the second queen of Nova. She has quite a bit of influence around, she has quite a bit of children around, in some ways she does represent the queen that we kind of should be in the game, but we're young and inexperienced, so we really can't. And you know, she has a lot of stuff going on, a lot of sons that, you know, we could be with. Kieran, and then Thaddeus. He also has Adele. Oh yeah, a lot of stuff going on with her. But she stands for change. Fabian is actually the person that's about to pass away. If we pass the lore check, earlier, then yeah, as it turns out, he's about to pass away, and he is, he is Reese's current husband. And while we could potentially marry Adair, he also just stands with his wife, which makes sense. Hela stands with the queen, which is weird because his wife stands against us. But I guess it's because... And his sister is Bryn, but we had her executed, so... In some ways he's going against his, connections, in a way. But then there's also the thing with Gunel, and then there's Ansiet, so we can marry him, potentially. It's like... But then his own brother is Banyan, so maybe he just doesn't like Banyan, you know? You do a bit of quick tallying in your head and realize you've lost. Yeah. I serve the will of the people. No! 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 Yeah. Elodie, go to your room. God damn it! Jocelyn! You can't make me! I'm the queen! No, you are not. Guards, please escort the princess to her rooms gently. I apologize for the disruption. I want to ensure a smooth transition. As soon as we can arrange the ceremony, we will be married. Son of a bitch. So, yeah. Just like that, we lost the vote of no confidence. I do want to try something else to see if we can pass this time, so I'm going to try and do that. Other than that, there shouldn't be any more, like, resets. Shouldn't be any more, but I think there'll be, like, a few more after this, so... More composure. Ready for the ball. I'll dance with suitors again. But, this time, apparently there's something where I can still get Banyan executed. And I can pass the vote of no confidence if I simply dance with someone about my age. Because I think it shows that even though I'm betrothed to someone already, like, I'm still willing to break my betrothal and marry someone else. Like, someone of their children. So because of that, they'll side with me. To you, Prince Lindley, the second son of the Duke of Kegel. He's about... I think the Duke of Kegel also sided with his wife. So this might be the one thing I need. He's about 2 years older than you. And he is always nice to you at school. He bows to you. Great. Yeah, you embarrass yourself though. So, Banyan, let's see what he says. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her respect for tradition and the rights of the nobility means we can all sleep safe in our beds. Our mother entrusted the jewel of her lands to my sister Bryn, a bequest which the princess holds in honor. Oh, yeah. He insinuated that we're awful people. The blatant falseness of his words grates in ears. Yeah, he wants me angry. He wants me to make a mistake. But, so that's why bro demeanor is so important. We actually have the composure to simply ignore the insult, but we're going to order the execution again. We are going to ignore the insult in general, but we want to go through another vote of no confidence. The same things we saw before. He's gonna try and do a vote. Stands with the queen. Lawrence still abstains. Armand stands with the queen. Ursule stands with the queen. So that's 4 stands with the queen this time. Yeah, actually, I think the last guy didn't stand with this. Yeah, this process is but distasteful. That's weird. Erase still stands for change, which I guess considering our actions so far, she does, you know, I don't know what makes her stand for us, if we ever do. Because she does have 2 sons that she could marry us off to. Though it's kind of weird. He thus stands with his wife. And Hela stands with the queen. You do a bit of quick tallying in your head and realize you've won. Yeah, so that 1 or 2, even 2 votes just changes everything. We're not gonna have a little tantrum about losing our kingdom and how we're still queen. And then be forced to marry that slimy man Banyan, who's in his 30s and acting like P. Diddy. But, you know, the votes have been cast and I remain queen. And you remain a traitor to the realm. One who has just attempted to lead a coup. Your life will be your apology. Guards! It seems that your remaining guests have little stomach for light entertainment. So, yeah. We will be doing it one more time. So we will be going through this once more. We won't be doing a vote of no confidence or anything. Actually, we'll probably be doing this twice. I'm wondering if I have enough with my outfit. I probably don't. Without my outfit, I mean. I don't think I have enough. Battle dance with suitors again. So I think I'll do someone already married again. And then Banyan doing Banyan stuff. I'm gonna ignore the insult this time. Because I'll just lose the vote of no confidence if I don't. You turn your head away and pretend not to notice the unconcerned murmurs around you. Better to look like a coward than to indulge in pointless fighting, right? Yeah, that's true. I don't know if that lowers noble approval or not. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe guests you really see. There's Gwynelle, for instance. And Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Elap and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. We never see Adele, even in all the updates, so that sucks. But I'm sure we would have been great friends with Adele or something. Especially if we do like sports, because we can make her pretty athletic. And we noticed that Aunt Lucille's a lumen, so we talked to her. Speak with you privately, of course, dear. We've seen this before. She just tells us that she found a crystal, and she apparently plays dumb. We could promise not to tell. I understand, don't worry. Promise I will protect your secret. Oh, whoopsie. Yeah, let's go through that one more time, because I think that wasn't supposed to happen. I think we were supposed to have our outfit on. Our Lumen outfit. Our adorable Lumen outfit. Look at it. It's so cute. Anyway, composure and lore. This might be our last one this time. Someone already married again. Banyan being Banyan. Ignore the insults. Then talk to our aunt. Accuse her of hiding something. Okay, we didn't have enough sense magic. So let's accuse her of hiding something. I don't think you're weak at all. I think there's something else you're hiding. Like what? You open your mouth to answer her and find yourself unable to speak or move. My power isn't like your power, little princess. I control the absence of things. Sound, light, life. So that's pretty interesting. Because actually there's a scene, I should show that off later. It's pretty early on, but you can go to your father and ask how your mom passed away. And he will say that, you know, your mother was insistent on using magic, and one day her heart just stopped. And Lucille can control the absence of things, so yeah. But you dying now would be too suspicious. Instead, you're going to have a very unfortunate accident. You will remain alive and helpless until everyone gives up hope of your recovery, and then you will die. That's what you would think. And we just unalived her. Oh, yep. And we have her purple crystal. Father rushes into the room. Elodie, what happened? Aunt Lucille was an evil lumen. She attacked me. It's alright. She's gone now. You feel drained and all the energy. You can barely keep your eyes open. Leaving your father to clean up the mess, you call off to bed. Yeah. What a way to end. Just to end it. You know, end the gala. Need something to cheer you up, honestly. My notes say to attend court, so I guess so. She is very depressed, especially when it comes to her. You know, she just had to... I mean... when your aunt tries to hurt you, and you had to defend yourself and it ends up with your aunt passing away, it's like, yeah. It happens sometimes, I guess. Your aunt becomes the evil lumen and you have to do what you gotta do. Okay, enough yip-yap right now. I yip-yapped in my last stream about, about Rune Factory, and now I'm yip-yapping about this game. Lot to say about this game. So, I'll learn lore and horses. Oh! It's at 100! Nice. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving in such enthusiasm that you didn't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion. You're too kind, Jocelyn. Countess Siren, not a member of your circles, she's a bit more than a decade your senior. Far too old to even ever been your friend, and yet not at all old as noblewomen go. She has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arm in her grasp. And unfortunately, we don't have enough composure to realize that, you know, your father can move on and be happy with someone else. Silent scorn, but I'm not sure if it does My notes just say choose any option, so we don't have any reflexes to trip her, and we don't have any flattery to insult her, so silent scorn then. You meet her eyes and imagine your mother's disapproving presence behind you. She notices your stare, but only smiles at you ever so sweetly. Fine. Perhaps we'll be seeing more of each other in the future. This is the path you set us on. So basically blaming us because we're betrothed. You should be careful how you deal with people like Sira. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. There haven't been any problems so far. Many dark looks were aimed your way at the gala. Yeah. I think with Jocelyn saying this, it's basically saying that our noble approval is quite low right now, which rightfully so. I mean, we've executed just about anyone we could execute at this point. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you. Sadly, we don't have enough intrigue to do anything about this. So whatever happens is gonna happen. And because of what happened at the gala with Lucille, we have this monster. It doesn't feel like a spell, not a lumen spell anyway. Is this like a dark cloud that attacked Nova 200 years ago? Shall we go with Juliana about it? I'm scared. What has happened? First my aunt turned out to be a Lumina and attacked me, and now this mysterious darkness is unaliving people. Your aunt? Tell me everything. A creeping shade. I'll take care of it, don't worry, no one else will die. Wait. I know there are stories that magic attracts dangerous things, and no lore isn't always true. The lore says all of the lumen crystals were destroyed. Oh, whoops. And that's obviously not true, but I need to know. Did my magic cause the squire's death? Not your magic, your highness, the interaction of your power and your aunt's, so... Yeah, it's more than just the earthquake and then the Borealis stuff we learned about too, that can cause just devastating things for everybody. Like, so much as two lumens attacking each other can cause these creatures to come out and just unalive random people. It sucks, honestly. A death struggle between lumens and uncontrolled backlash. That level of magic casts a beacon. That is how unnatural beasts gain a foothold. Why didn't you tell me? You did not need to know. You might have held back out of fear. I need you ready to act. It is your responsibility to study and become a queen. It is my responsibility to deal with things like this. Go. Do what you do. I will do what I do. Just another reason I don't like Juliana. She will hide things from you. And give some BS excuse of, oh, well, I need you to act. I don't need you to, hesitate, you know? I'll just do what I gotta do and you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, BS, girl! What? Like, I am royalty. I'm the queen. Like, tell me what's going on. Tell me. Goodness. Like, why would you allow a 14-year-old girl to be using magic and not tell them these things? And then... horses. Okay. Oh, that's such a waste. It's fine. Here we discuss the budget. We could keep them the same, or we could raise taxes. Which, the commoners will not like us if we do that, but we have magic to defend ourselves, so it's probably fine. My notes say that taxes don't matter in this one, so we'll raise them. I think raising them will raise our commoner approval. I mean, we'll lower our commoner approval, but raise our noble approval, and then vice versa, we lower taxes, so, you know. We might as well do at least one good thing to please the nobles. Or we'll have a civil war, which I don't know if what Jocelyn said will trigger that or something else, but oh, it seems like in my notes we do want a civil war. Goodness. Oh, whoopsie. Hunting. Affected by fear. And now she's depressed, so... Instrument and voice now. Requested to stand judgment. This is the man who basically unalived his wife. And he blames it on demons. But the truth is that he is a lumen. We can sense that. So we're gonna question him about the crystal. Usually, we just execute people, but... well, it's a lot more fun to just question him about the crystal and see where this goes. It was a demon's magic that killed your wife, not your own magic. So you know what I am. And he tries to attack us, but that obviously fails. And we're hunting again. And we're yielding, which is good. So we're gonna learn double elegance this time. First, let's... I don't know what's with my notes, because there is something that does trigger a civil war, but there is something that can stop it. I don't really want a civil war this time, but I don't know. Elegance and elegance. Lady, there's a letter for you. Oh, there's a poem. I think this is affected by commoner approval if it's low enough, which it usually is by this point in the game. Then people will send this very bad poem of you. What's with the squid? That's terrible. Who writes this garbage? Let's ignore it, since we don't have any climbing. If we do try to climb it this time, I think we'll get injured since we don't have any climbing skill. And we'll be injured. That will be basically a penalty to any classes we do, I think. We do get the very rare thing of Elodie's mood being injured. That's pretty much, what we get from it. But I don't think we even get an achievement from that, so yeah. We don't really need to do that. Funny enough, if we aren't married to the Duke of, if we aren't betrothed to him, the Duke of Sedna, and we try to propose, he's kinda rejects us simply because of a certain poem. And I think it's that poem. If you attack an enemy lumen, and you win, and they leave behind a crystal. I think we saw this before. I need to make it stronger. Each lumen can only hold one crystal. The only way to combine their magic is if a wielder chooses to join its power to another. Oh. Should I destroy other crystals or stop anyone from using them against me? That's the traditional policy, but it is a lie. Lumen crystals cannot be destroyed. Rulers claim otherwise to discourage thieves from seeking dangerous treasures. So, what am I supposed to do with it? Guard it, hide it, or give it to other hands to wield? But if the last holder of the crystal was an enemy, the resonance of the crystal will work against you. It will be attuned to the personality as foolish or violent or scheming as the lumen you defeated. So anyone taking a crystal would probably become a new enemy. That's useless. A weak-willed candidate might be acceptable to the crystal, and yet still controllable. You should steer that lumen away from dangerous paths, making an ally and changing the crystal's resonance. It is, however, a dangerous endeavor, and one that requires your complete attention. Not really a project I can work on when I'm so busy studying for my coronation. Wait. In the past, all dukes and duchesses of Novel were lumens. That means all those crystals must be out there somewhere. Yes. So, yeah. The old kingdom that was sadly abandoned does likely still have the crystals. There. So we're gonna learn foreign intelligence, but first, go to my menu, I don't think we can avoid this unless we don't choose that. Double foreign intelligence. Sorry, if you're not understanding what I'm saying right now, I'll just do foreign intelligence. Foreign intelligence. Regret to inform you that Fabian has passed away. We need to know where to send him to Reese. We could send him to Reese, we could send him to his grandfather. We could send him to your uncle. Let's send him to his grandfather. Yeah, if we send him to Reese, that... in a way, it's actually a bad thing because she'll have more control of Nova, which we don't want. But nothing really comes out of it. But I think depending on if we don't send him to Reese, he can be unalived. And that sort of triggers a civil war, or there's also a thing where it's like, if our noble approval is low enough, that's when it sort of triggers the civil war, unless we send him to a Reese. So that's what I was worried about. So if we do end up doing a civil war, it'll be fine. Things will work out. Things will probably work out. So we're gonna learn some instrument, and we're gonna learn some more elegance. 34, and then It's a little bit of a waste, but that's fine. To musician and Mrs. Crown patronage. Hello, Sabine. Musicians are often used as secret agents and messengers. They could be useful and dangerous. And that's why we trained in our instruments as well. Because we'll see this court magician, we'll have the foreintelligence to know that they can be used as spies. But then we also have to listen to your music in order to have enough instrument voice to actually know if she's good. It's okay, but nothing special. That might mean she has other talents. Yeah, okay. If we accept her as a court musician, she's basically useless and just a waste of money. We can reject her too. I think that might lower our commoner approval, so we'll test her secret skills. Wait 1 second. You are familiar with the traditions of many locations, yes? Can you also perform accents? Hey, Mub, that I can. What about juggling? I can keep a set of dangers in the air. Interesting. I look forward to all you have to tell me. We'll have to talk privately to see how much she knows, but I think she might be useful. Yeah. So we hired her on as a messenger. This week it tells me to visit the treasury, but I'm supposed to be rejected from there. And that'll make me angry, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk to Sabine. Your Highness, thank you again for the opportunity. Yes, yes. What have you heard on your travels? What are people saying about me? I haven't yet the chance to play at any noble courts, although I intend to. The common people of Noma are weary of you. You're very young and have so much responsibility. If they see you as a grieving child, they will not trust your ability to protect them. Of course, with me at your side, your popularity can only increase. Never underestimate the power of music. So yeah, just a good thing to do to stay yielding, for right now at least. But it's week 24. Let me do presents and presents. That's right, I think we do need to do presents. Presents. Yeah, we don't have any in presents. And we got our coronation outfit. You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. It's extremely formal letter for such a young little boy, thanking you for your wisdom and allowing him to live with his grandfather, who probably dictated every word he wrote. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if we had him live with his uncle. It's either if you have him live with his uncle, he'll be unalived, he'll be like assassinated, and we don't get a letter from him, or, you know, we have him live with his grandfather, who is pretty controlling, but he's alive, you know? But I was worried about Elise getting ticked off at us, Elise getting ticked off at us and trying to fight us, but yeah, it's fine, I guess. No, you know. Alrighty, what should I be doing now? It's week 24, visit the tomb. Okay. Back for more classes? Okay, so we probably won't have we probably won't have to deal with the Civil War, because if we weren't engaged to the Duke of Sedna, I think that's what causes, Adair to be unalived. Simply because, you know, he wasn't protecting his borders enough, and, you know, one of our own gets unalived because of that. But since we're betrothed to him, then, and we haven't really done anything to take him off, then, you know, I think that's why it didn't happen. That, and I think we didn't send him to his uncle, which might have caused that. I keep forgetting if it was sent him to grandfather or sent him to uncle, or just... Either way, I think as long as we're betrothed to him, it just doesn't happen in general, so... There's also that. So, presence and voice... Presence... Voice, there we go. Okay. You stare up into the sky at your window. Oh, we don't have any logistics to know what that is. One star pretty. Oh, that's right. I was about to be pretty scared, but I forgot we unalived Lucille, so we don't have to worry about the chocolates anytime soon. We don't have to worry about the chocolates at all of this playthrough. It's pretty much smooth sailing from here. I don't think there's any ways for us to be unalived here. Unless, you know, we get to the fight with Togami. I think that's the only thing. So, we're gonna attend service. And this time, for week 26, we're going to do Instrument and Foreign Intelligence. We still need to learn expression, but, you know, what a beautiful day. It's nice to stop and breathe sometimes. I don't know what happens during that week. I think that's the announcement we get if there was a civil war. Which there isn't, so... yeah, that's good. I guess I'll see Juliana. I need to talk to you! What is it? That priestess, Celine! She's a lumen! I can sense it! God damn it. Elodie! Why are you now sensing it? It's been like weeks! It's been like weeks since you took her classes! I know. What do you mean you know? You know what? I was about to call her a very bad word, but... what do you mean, you know? If you knew that, why didn't you tell me? You didn't need to- Yes, I did! Your job is managing the domain. Some of us have other duties. Our missions have been passed down for centuries, little princess. If you call me little princess one more time, I swear to God. Where did she get a crystal? All the lumens in the domain were supposed to have been wiped out 200 years ago. Except for your ancestor. We are here to train you. You don't need to know any more than that. Girl, if you don't start explaining, I'ma get to chopping your head off. That ain't no threat, that's just the cause and effect, girl. Your duty is to me and to Nova. Renegade lumens pose a threat to the entire domain. Have you forgotten Aunt Lucille already? If there's a secret cabal of magic users, I need to know about it. There is no cabal. Celine, myself, and I. Celine and yourself and I are the only lumens that I know. You better be telling the truth, Juliana, because I'll send you straight to the dungeons. I know it's not an option in the game right now, but I will send you back to those dungeons, bro. Don't play me right now. My sister accepted public disgrace so that one trained lumen would survive when all others perished. We have bore that shame ever since to preserve the training and lore for the future of Nova. Oh wow, you did fucking shame. Your ancestors got a little bit shamed. We don't care, Juliana. At least I don't. Do not tell me of my duty, princess. I am sworn not to queens, but to Nova. Queens die, the magic must not. And you know who also gets unalived, Juliana? You. Because I don't technically need you anymore. I mean, I've already learned... Actually, I don't think I need to take a single class from you ever again in this playthrough, so... Like, I will be an absolute jerk and have you execute. Like, if I could, I would. Court manners and flattery. Okay. I just do not like Juliana. It's just, nope. Like, obviously in real life, you can't be unfair like that and be like, oh, you test me once? This ain't 3 strikes and you're out. You're just gone. But, you know, when it comes to Juliana, I just can't hang. I just can't deal with her. And her BS. I just can't. There are letters for you. Oh, from Brandy? And, oh, that's right. An invitation to Gwinnell's party. And we can go to said party because, well, we ticked off Banyan. And Banyan isn't going to unalive us. We don't have to worry about him. But, there was also Lucille, which, you know, she was going to send assassins, but now that she's gone, nothing will stop us this time. So we can go and visit the tomb. So now we can learn public speaking and foreign intelligence, I think my notes say that. And then towards the end of this game, I will be... Yeah, I think the only replays I'll be doing is for the... It's for the Togami fight. I think that's it. Public speaking. Maybe with the marriage. Just to show you guys what marriage, you know. I haven't done any ciphering though, so, you know. Gwinnell's party is lovely, not nearly as glamorous as your own upcoming birthday will be, of course, but it's still a major event in the noble social calendar. Of course, everyone who is anyone is present. Your uncle, the Duke of Merva, is present, and you realize that you've never spoken to him about his wife's death. You wonder if Charlotte and her siblings are here. You notice several people quickly looking away and whispering to their companions as they catch sight of you. Wonder what they're talking about. Reach, Duchess, and Lilith is present, but she somehow always manages to avoid talking to you when you draw near. Yeah, Reese probably won't like us in this playthrough, that's fine. Instruments and dancers. Needs me, I will not be so easily shoved aside. I think they did update this game because in older playthroughs, she does start off with, I will not be easily shoved aside, but now it's like, I think what she means to say is the domain needs me. I will not be so easily shoved aside. Calmly, calmly, and... Wait, what? Wait a minute, what? Angelique, wait. Why? That's not a name that I expected. Wait. I guess too much into my personal life. Let's just say one of my family members is named Angelique. They are the best person ever. They're the world's best person, let's just say. Shameless plug! Angelique is amazing! But, anyway. Calmly, calmly, Angelique. She's not rejecting you. Are you, kids? I don't know what he's talking about. And I don't remember there being an Angelique in the game. Mother, it's my domain. Like, he was never actually in on this conversation either. So, it was just Gwinnell and her mother. Mother, it's my domain now. I need to be responsible for it, for my own decisions. You need my advice. But I need it more. Bennett, what the fuck? She's been waiting and training for this moment. I never expected to become a duke. I need you by my side. Darling, okay, yeah. So they're having some kind of three-way conversation. Gwinnell's mother is like, you still need me by your side. You're 15 now, but, you still need my guidance. And then her husband's kind of like, I don't know if it's weaponized incompetence, but he simply needs her guidance too. So he's sort of on Gwinnell's side, but more so for his own interests. Because he still needs his wife around him. I guess, darling, I'd hate to see a mother blame her child for growing up. Countess looks distinctly unhappy at his words, and more so when she sees you watching them. Kit, please look after her Royal Highness. Your mother and I need to go sit down. Okay, thanks. What was that about? I know, right? I've never seen this before. Dad ran away from home when he was my age, and his mother disowned him. Then she died while he was traveling the world. His family never forgave him, and he never forgave them. So there were some things just not really solved, I guess. But I'm not running anymore. I'm Duchess of Sudbury now, and I have to command respect for myself. Okay, so when there was once a conversation between Gwinnell and her mother, it now became sort of a three-way conversation. I don't know what triggered that. I don't know if they just updated the game so that you don't have to deal with any of that, because, depending on who you pick, it could raise or lower noble approval. And it does affect your mood as well. A bit later, Brandy catches up with you. I like that, though. I've never seen that scene before. It just shows you more of the lore of the game. Hello, Italy. It's wonderful that you're going to be queen now. I mean, I'm sorry about your mother. Thanks, Brandy. You have a high level of empathy, that's for sure. Thanks. But think of the opportunities you're gonna have. You're so lucky. That's an odd way of putting it. Yeah. I wanted to, I could change it. Anyway, I was wondering, now that you're almost queen and everything, have they told you all the secrets? What secrets? Like how to get into the old palace. I heard it's packed full of treasure. In the old capital by Catherine Lake? The abandoned one? Exactly. They had to leave in a hurry, so he left all kinds of treasure behind. And nobody ever goes there because the forest is supposed to be haunted. So the treasure is probably still there, excuse me. The forest isn't just haunted, it's full of monsters like the Keaton. Oh, she's right, it is full of ancient treasure. So we could try to talk her out of it, which we don't have enough speech for that. We don't have enough public speaking for that. We'll need to tattle to her parents. I think I'll play through this game again in another stream, because if we learn enough ciphering, we should be able to marry Kevin, actually. It's like, why would you want to marry Kevin? But, you know, he has some interesting stuff that's going on that, you know, Brandy reveals to us. In a coded message, and we need enough ciphering for that, so we should be able to do it in this playthrough. So tell to her parents. You nod and smile politely, then as soon as Brandy isn't looking, you report on her scheme to her mother. We some snitches. Oh my god. The Duchess of Mead, her mother, is very grateful for the warning. Hopefully Brandy will be safe now. In the end, you all share a pleasant meal and prepare to return to your various travels. And you catch the sight of someone you've been looking for. Most likely Charlotte. Charlotte, leave me alone. What? Don't talk to me. Stay away from me. She runs away. Yeah. Yeah, Elodie, you did unalive her mom. She'll never forgive me. There's nothing you could do about it now. Show some tool tips. Yeah, we're gonna sneak out. Feels so nasally. Goodness. So we're gonna do some voice and foreign affairs. Because with the way we're going to end this, at least with Togami, while we were going to do an Evil Queen run, we are also going to save... We're going to save Nova in a very different way. And honestly, I consider this way a canon sort of way that Elodie would have saved the day. Like, I don't consider her to be this noble, like, Lumen... Like, not noble. Like, this, like, Nobin... Lumen master who just unalives Togami and avenges her mother. I don't see her as refusing the fight outright either. More just like taking her own path in a way to solve the issue that's at hand. And this way is sort of like that, you know? So we're gonna do voice in... Oh, actually, internal affairs. Whoops. Yeah, okay. This. Okay, so yeah. As a thank you gift for snitching on Brainy, we got a nice gift. So it's a cushion finely embroiled with the design of a running horse. It's well done and clearly required hours and hours of needlework, but it's also fairly useless. That's nice, I guess. We don't have enough foreign affairs to know exactly what it is, but we'll give it to Alice. Would you like to have it? I think it increases commoner approval. The Duchess sent that hello to you. I don't care about her. It's actually a cruelty test. So, yeah. Giving your gifts out to non-nobles, to commoners is kind of an insult, I guess. So, that was just a cruelty check. Yeah. Alright, my lady, I thank you for the gift. Good. I have never gotten that before. So, we're going to sneak out. And we're gonna learn ciphering this time. Ciphering and internal affairs. We're also going to save as well. I'm starting to get kind of hungry. Togami. Just need to remember that. That's who I'm saving so much for. Not quite sure what I want for lunch. Mom will sometimes bring home food from her job. You know, I think, that's right, her co-workers tend to order stuff and just give her some food. What's up, generic gamer? Welcome. Yep, I'm just playing Long Live the Queen. We're getting towards the end of the game. My lady, you have a letter. It's from Brainy. She is not happy with me, but at least she's okay. Yeah, Brainy probably has some cuss words for me, but hey. Girl, I saved your life, so... we're gonna visit the dungeons, which gives it cheerful. I wonder why it does that. It couldn't be because we're cruel. Yeah, affected by cruelty. You sneak down to the castle's dungeons and amuse yourself by poking the locked up peasants with sticks. Poor fools! It's always so funny. Giving her enough cruelty just makes everything better in this playthrough. So now we're gonna do ciphering and foreign intelligence. That's crazy. Just overwrite the week. Yeah, okay. And unlocked a new outfit. I think this one has like a spy outfit, like a tight suit spy outfit. You're walking through the Great Hall, a freak gust of wind suddenly blows out the candles in the room. We don't have enough divination to know exactly what that was, but I think that's the sign of dangers, like a sign of war coming. So we could have prepared, but that's fine, we're preparing already. But yeah, we're gonna just hunt some cute little animals and... yeah. To week 32, public speaking and foreign intelligence now. No, we have a penalty because we're depressed. Dang it. So we're gonna decide to hold the tournament. And we'll have to decide on the prize. So we're gonna choose employment, because why would we give cobblers gold? That's not a good idea. Have them work for me. Winners will have the option of taking up royal appointments. Yeah. It's recruitment drive! Sure will. We're just gonna visit the dungeons again. It'll make us cheerful, but also angry as well. And now we have our cute little angry face again. So we have our cornet outfit from the royal demeanor. Before we get into classes, we also have the priestess robe, and we also have the cat suit. It looks beautiful on her. Double public speaking this time, though. Oh, we have a bit of a penalty to that, though. I don't know why my notes are telling me to do this when it's not good, because we have a penalty to it, but that's fine. We can still learn quite a bit. This is the week of the general tournament. Kevin will usually show up and try to kill us, so hopefully he's not coming this time. So we could try and take part in something. I don't think it will make much of a difference. No, I'll just do none. I guess I'll watch from my tower. The tournament goes on without you. Yeah. Toshi's upset about that, but we didn't really have anything to, participate in the tournament with, so, And now she's still angry. Week 34. I can pretty much learn anything right now. All I have to do is to make sure that I save, because this is the Togami stuff I was mentioning. Goodness, I'm getting really hungry. I do have quite a bit of options, though. I do want to eat some flaming hots, my goodness. I don't just eat unhealthy food all the time, though. It's like, I've been eating cabbage and other veggies. It's just, I don't know, sometimes you just want to eat some junk food. So yeah. I guess I'll be doing some athletics, or maybe some double meditation. My notes pretty much say learn anything but Lumen, because we're about to get another game over. My lady, your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming. Studying over a map of the coastline, his face grave. Ships have been sighted on approach from Sanjia, not trade ships. This is the war fleet. But if we already knew that ahead of time, we wouldn't have gotten that afraid. Excuse me. Whoops. What? Within a week, they will be in Novan waters. Within 2, they could reach the capital. Fight to defend ourselves. So, So we're gonna recruit soldiers. Metallurist can go on any troops. Message. And to draw up a naval strategy. You could act as admiral. We don't have anything that could really help us with that, but we're going to direct the fleet anyway. Of your mother's heart, there's one thing I hesitate to ask, but an invasion, this sort of disaster for which a lumen's power may be worth the cost. Yeah, it would be, Dad, wouldn't it? But you know, if I wasn't a lumen, and I went with you on that, if I obeyed your order on that bullshit, like, I wouldn't have anything to protect my domain. So, yeah. If the fleet could be destroyed before they reach your waters, many lives could be saved. I could sing a whole feat. I have to talk to my mentor. Talk to Duchess of Rasul. Maybe she'll know anything. As well as sink them all in magic. But we could act in consort. You, me, and Celine. And it could have been me, Juliana, Lucille, and Celine as well, if we had appointed Lucille. But also kinda don't worry, she won't unalive you either. Unless you, do something very bad, you can mess up royally if you keep her alive. You give her a position on the court, but then you also, you know, do something messed up to make her angry. Let's just say. I won't spoil it. That'll be for a little bit later, but it might. Are you willing to take the risk? Such power has its price. Yes. Where's the boy before I say we do it? In the preparations. I'll just talk to Juliana. There's something I don't understand. Okay, we've seen this one before. I think we could have had that earlier. We maxed out our lore. Basically saying, like, hey, I can make myself light up, basically like a Christmas tree, without using my crystal. And we show it to Juliana. She doesn't say that it's anything that we have to worry about, but then we push it. And, you know, she tells us a little bit more, but really it's just not a problem at all. I keep forgetting what she says here, but, well, I just don't like Juliana, so, you know. So I have to go back into my boring noble outfit for this one, just to make sure I don't have anything that could do this. Yeah, some more meditation. Danger on the high seas. You and your two fellow lumens join hands to focus on your powers. Because you are not yet able to throw energy over a great distance, you are forced to stay to the tent aboard a ship, which has sailed bravely out of formation to bring you close to the enemy. Thus, there remains the danger that your ship will come under fire, or that you will be swallowed up by the effects of your own attack. Power grows. Lumen failed. Unfortunately, it grows beyond your inability to control it. And we get this really kind of creepy animation of us being basically burnt to the crisp by our own magic, so yeah. But we got another unalivement, so that's good. Yeah. Oh, huh. My notes also mention the scene with that mentioned Charlotte. That scene we just had with the just talking with Juliana. They actually treat it as if, wait, no. It's gonna spoil everything. God damn it. I can't spoil this, dang it. Anyway, change to my magical girl outfit. Flattery and court manners. This is what I wanted to, I think. There's war, recruit soldiers. We'll direct a fleet again. And we'll attack this time. We'll be sneaking out. And just to make sure I have enough lumen, I'm going to do wield magic, I think. Double wield. Double wield magic just to make sure. Wields and wields. Danger on the high seas. You and your two fellow lumens join hands to focus your powers. And I don't have enough yield magic, so we have to get closer. It's a danger that will ship become fire. Power grows. But there's a blooming success! In the distance, the sea stirs, ripples become waves, become triangular peaks of water, causing enemy ships to tilt crazily and batter into one another. It is a terrible storm, but it is not enough. You have damaged your fleet, but the fleet still sails. Now it will come down to a naval battle. Ships close in on each other, angling into oh no. Watching an enemy move slowly and shelling out enemy edging closer over the Sanjian forces in terms of numbers. All come down to strategy. You use your wielding magic. Eventual outcome is a hard-fought victory! Oh, shit. Wait a minute, I didn't expect that shit. I thought we were lose. Because there was once a time in older playthroughs where we would lose regardless of what we do, unless we build more naval ships. Because apparently they would just put, like, all of the soldiers on one ship. But I guess in this time they changed it to where as long as you have your lumen powers or something, you can pass, I guess. You repelled the invasion fleet, driving the survivors back across the sea. You and your sailors are heroes, and Nova is safe once more. Let's go. I'll just do anything, I guess, so play with my toys. We're happy as fuck. Guess let's do some decoration for my coronation then. Might as well. The magical storms you summoned, creating giant waves which swept inland as well as out. Damage has been reported along the shoreline from Mzomba down to northern Marie. The beaches are covered with wreck, and bodies of animals and many fishes and cracklers are missing. Are you blaming me? Of course not. Many more lives would have been lost if the fleet had landed. What worries me is that the reports are increasing, even long after the events of the battle. More than that, Dolores has seen some stuff. Need a sea monster? Ooh. Just remove a cheerful. There's another outfit that we have now. A cute little toga now. Which, you know, I think what would have made it better are the wings, but yeah. It's still very cute. It's still very, very cute. That's the Kogami. This is the sacrifice. Charlotte one. We're still gonna do some decoration, I think. In the Grand Hall, your father is waiting for you. Our fears have been realized. The Kraken has risen. A Kraken? An enormous tentacle sea monster which can dive and surface at will. It is fast, ferocious, and apparently unkillable. Any ship that ventures into its range is at risk. This could destroy Nova's shipping. What can we do? Do we just wait and hope it gets away? No. Effectively, she strides in the room. What are you doing here? I came to bring the records of the circle so that you would know what you face. Left alone, the beast will feed until the seas run red, and only then it will sleep. It could cause hundreds of thousands of lives. That is a lot of lives. There are only two ways to end this threat. Lumen's spell wielding can freeze the Kraken in its tracks, holding it motionless but only for a short time. If the spell is renewed every moon, giving the beast no time between castings to move away, it should eventually sleep. How long would that take? Approximately 7 years. Years? But if at any point the spellcast is too weak or is not renewed in time, it would break loose. Treasury could be strained keeping up such a routine. What is the other way? So, yeah. Doing this spell basically every month for 7 whole years. That is insane. It could not only drain the treasury, but, you know, we wouldn't be as protected on the seas. And we also have to keep finding this thing in order to use the spell. So, if we don't find them in time, if the spell is too weak, if anything happens, like if we're sick or something and we can't go, then, you know, the spell, like, all our work will be for nothing, essentially. And who knows, we might be able to try again, or the spell just won't work. It is well known that Eldritch beasts can be driven out by sacrifice. The life force of a lumen or potential lumen on the cusp of adulthood could be the ideal choice. No, you will not take my daughter. You see, Elodie, this is why I told you to reject them. They're all witches! Even without her mother's crystal, she would still have been a potential lumen. Keeping her ignorant would have not kept her safe. Potential lumen, because I'm my mother's daughter, which means Charlotte too. I will not allow this. The choice belongs to the queen. Me. So you could sacrifice yourself, sacrifice Charlotte, which, if you don't have enough cruelty, it really won't be an option anyway, because you could never do that to your own cousin. Unless you have no cruelty, of course, which we do. Or we could try to seal it. But let's choose to sacrifice ourselves. I mean, we brought this on ourselves at the end of the day, so... This is my fault. It is my responsibility. Elodie, no! I wouldn't have made a good queen anyway. At least like this I can defend my domain. So don't be sad for me. I'll be with Mom again soon. Come with me. I'll teach you what you need to know. Almost a relief to know that now everything will end and you won't have to make decisions ever again. So we went through with the given to our depression run, that's for sure. Like, I did essentially see that as Elodie blaming herself for awakening that Kraken in general. But let's try and seal it. We'll have to do your best. Solar. Teach you necessary spells. And now we don't have to worry about much of anything else. We could just keep learning more decoration. The first of your soon-to-be regular voyages has now set out with Celine on board. She appears to have some special affinity with seawater, which makes her the best choice to guide a vessel while it hunts for the elusive beast. After all, you have to find it before you can enchant it. Yeah. So every month for the next 7 years, we have to play, like, find the freaking Kraken in the water sort of thing. And it could be anywhere, to be honest. It's traditional. Okay, yeah. I guess I'll have an extravagant feast. I don't know technically what I'm supposed to pick here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop playing, and show off the rest later. Sorry, I have to end it. Honestly, I didn't expect for it to last 3 hours, but yeah, I am pretty darn hungry. My goodness. And my voice is getting pretty tired. So yeah. I want at least a couple hours so I can eat and, you know, do whatever. It's not like I won't be able to, but, you know, my mom is going to come home around like 4 or 5. But, you know, I just want to be able to relax a little bit by myself, and, you know, I'm kind of an introvert like that, I guess. So let me play through the rest of this. And since we're still betrothed to the Duke of Senna, we don't have to do anything when it comes to that, so we'll just stay willful until our coronation. The following year, Elodie and Talaris are married in a ceremony that threatened to rival her coronation for pomp and glamour. Talaris brought with him a gift of fine white horses and encouraged his young wife to amuse herself while he enjoyed his new place in Novan politics. He was clearly in no hurry to provide an heir to the throne. Once his daughter was secured to the throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on duties as Duke of Dolores, and he became engaged to the Countess Siren. Over time, Elodie and Charlotte slowly mended their relationship. And I think this is affected by my ciphering skill, because if I didn't have ciphering, Charlotte would have just been like, okay, you know, it was just a misunderstanding on both sides, and she just doesn't want to talk about it. Like, she kind of just wants to move on from it. But now with this, it's coded journals belonging to the late Countess of Nyx revealed more evidence for a plot to eliminate her niece, as well as her husband, leaving the innocent Charlotte as heir to the Novan throne. Faced with that, Charlotte was forced to admit that her mother had been training her in meditation techniques, intended to make her a powerful lumen someday when she was able to obtain a crystal of her own. Now, of course, her mother's crystal was available, but Charlotte had wanted nothing to do with it, so yeah. And this time, Charlotte does learn the truth of what she was planning, and we become friends again, you know. The Queen and her trusted lumens sailed out every week to check on the condition of the Kraken and reinforce the seals. It was inevitable that others would discover their secret and blame them for it. After all, the old Novan capital had been rendered uninhabitable by monstrous lumen experts. A tentacled beast from the deep was just more of the same. The Novan people were not the only ones to notice the increased naval traffic and the frequent absences of the young noble queen. Pirates from Ocus stepped up their raids in the area, hoping to take Elodie hostage and ransom her for fortune. Frustrated to be attacked when she was in the middle of trying to steal a tentacle monster. Elodie chose instead to reverse the magic and unleash the beast in the middle of the pirates. Fortunately, once the Kraken got loose, it was not so easy to recapture. Yeah, and it probably took longer to seal it now. But yeah, we got rid of Sandia, but not for long. The printing press. Oh. I have never gotten this before. There is nothing! Oh, there is nothing on here. Oh god. So usually, with this, the text would read, some flavor text, depending on what skills you maxed out. And while I have maxed out some skills, I also have quite a bit of cruelty. So, you know, sometimes there might be a question mark, sometimes there might be nothing. So, in this playthrough, there is nothing, which seems like, we might have gotten unalived after the coronation, or at some point in the future. The people of Nova learned to fear their queen, who ruled with a wicked whimsy. It might have also just been a glitch, but I don't know. Anyone who dared to displease her might be whipped, or beheaded, or worse, set free, to spend the next month in a panic waiting for the sword to fall. Her rise to power had shaped Elodie into a cruel woman who took the pleasure in suffering others. And thus, Elodie's legacy stretched onto the future. There really hasn't been any glitches with this game, so I don't believe that was a glitch. Yeah. Before I end the stream, though, I do want to, go through the Charlotte sacrifice. Sacrifice Charlotte. I don't intend to die or put my domain at risk. There is a better way. My cousin is also a potential lumen. Charlotte? But you two were best friends. Maybe when we were babies, but who cares about that? This is for the good of Nova. So tie her up and throw her to the Krakens if that's what it takes. God damn, girl! Don't sacrifice your own homegirl like that. Your father still looks shocked, but fails to formulate a coherent protest. So everything with Togami and, you know, me staying in the capital and even getting, heck, even getting the Duke of Sedna more involved in this, I'll show off in my next playthrough of this. But for right now, we're just gonna end with being a menace. To take care of it. As you walk out of the room, you pass one of the maids who appears to be in some distress. Your Highness, Your Majesty, is there a problem? No, my lady. I am your loyal servant, always. Good. And you're a sucker for pain, girl. You like what I just did? I just sacrificed the whole girl! I am a whole medicine, you love that shit. Apparently. I don't think there's a... I think the only Alice pairing that works is if you have some level of cruelty, so... I don't know. Lumen and... divination, I guess? We can basically learn everything because all the threats have been basically solved. We could do an extravagant feast now, because we don't have to worry about our treasury being hurt or anything. We could just want anything. It really does not matter at this point. We're gonna do double decoration. Wait, no. Didn't we already do that? No. Didn't we already do that? Oh, I think I did that already. I'll learn a voice then. Well, it's such a waste. Well, it's buzzing. I'll work on decoration this time, subject to my marriage. Don't have to worry about that because I'm already betrothed. And you know, I can learn dancing. So let's learn dancing. Might as well. I'll have to dance a little bit at my coronation, I'm sure. But yeah, the Duke of Sedna marries me, basically spoils me like a child, and, you know, he just settles into his new thing. No change there. And then he married Countess Siren. In the dark of night, a young girl, bound and gagged, was carried into the royal dungeons to the docks and loaded onto the ship. There she was joined by the Lumen Queen and her trusted priestesses. Together they sailed west towards the region where the Kraken had last been spotted. The ritual was carried out, and the sea monster was banished. Despite their attempts at secrecy, there were many who caught some glitz of Charlotte during her captivity, and some who suspected exactly who had become of her. But you had to be careful who you shared such rumors with. If even that sweet-looking young queen was a... Yeah, but again, the weed analogy, at least, when it comes to Sanjia. The printing press, maybe it was a glitch the first time. There was something on the wiki about there being, like, a question mark, or, like, there just nothing being in this. Elodie loved the feeling of power at her fingertips. She studied the legends of Lumens in the past, in particular, their weapons and their wars. Just how had the old queen summoned immortal shadows and bound them to their will? And could she do it again? Do people... Okay, this is the cruelty, yeah, just flavor text depending on what skills you max out or what... Like if you have any cruelty or anything, and thus Elodie's legacy stretched onto the future. And yeah, that was my Menace playthrough. I can do other things that aren't really menacey at all, just some more achievement hunting, I guess, some more endings you could see, endings I could show you, but yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching, whether you're watching right now or the playthrough, I mean the replay of it, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Oh, also, be sure to follow my Twitch. So yeah, with that,